Look, we started with a pretty lofty vision that we wanted to be able to provide this thing that's an intelligent agent to help business users with data analysis. And we started the company in 2013 with basically natural language search. We moved into automation of analysis, incorporating data science and machine learning. We moved into generating stories to go along with that to help business users understand sort of what was going on under the covers. And so what GPT has done for us is a few things. One is it's made it even easier to understand what it is that the user is asking for and how we can quickly solve the problem for them. It's making the narratives that we build even richer and more meaningful and understandable by the business user. What I would say is it's opened up the door to really, first of all, bring us much closer to that vision of this intelligent agent, number one, because of the user experience. But number two, what it's done is it's really opened our eyes to, oh, this is how we're going to unlock. 20% of the data that companies have is in these structured databases. 80% is are in these unstructured sources. And so what large language models are really good at is understanding these unstructured text-oriented documents, emails, PDFs, and so on. And so what that does for us is it opens up our ability to provide a much more robust analysis to the users much more broadly than we can do just out of what data happens to be cleansed and in a structured database. And so it significantly enhances our ability to provide a much more meaningful insight that the business can act on to drive their business forward.
AnswerRocket has the ability to gather all of the right data to produce an answer. And the business user has in mind a question that they want answered. GPT bridges the gap between those two. It allows the understanding of the question that the user has in mind, and it allows the retrieval of the information that AnswerRocket can provide. So it's that perfect bridge, and it serves both to help AnswerRocket understand that business user, but then it also helps the business user to in turn understand AnswerRocket back. That combination is really what makes something that might have been a dashboard retrieval in the past become a conversation in the future. It's what really transforms, let's call it an extraction with analysis and maybe a report into an engagement with an analyst, with an agent that's working on your behalf. Ultimate vision for AI assistant. So fundamentally, we would like for the AI to feel like a collaborator, like somebody else on the team who can be sent away to do a task, research, summarize, make conclusions, build a presentation, and return that back for evaluation. So essentially, every human employee becomes an executive, and that executive is managing a resource which is a set of AI agents. That's the vision where we think it's going. And then that happens, of course, as the models get larger. GPT-4 is an example. It's able to take in more data simultaneously, begin to more closely approximate the decisions people would make. Also, as the models get trained on deeper concepts in business, they become more able to provide a level of expertise that they don't have now. Today, let's face it, these models have expertise around crafting language, around understanding history, a few, the topics that they would find if they were searching through the training data that were provided, which is, off the internet and contracts and a few other things. As these models get trained more specifically on problems within businesses, we'll see them go from passing the SAT to passing, let's say, a very sophisticated test that a business might give to an executive who is a category manager or who is somebody who manages pricing, somebody who's in charge of purchasing, right? So these agents can become much more like a partner to those people and less like a simple tool that's used to refer to facts.
If you remember the Tony Stark movies, right, he has this assistant, J.A.R.V.I.S, that helps him do all sorts of things, right? And if you asked me, a year ago, how far away were we from having that, I would say, probably something like 20 years. And I don't know where it is now, but I can tell you it feels a whole lot closer than it did at that time. And that's really what I think at the end we sort of aspire to, is that level of capability, that level of intelligent agent that's helping people at whatever level they are in the company, whether they're just managing Google Ads or whether they're running entire sets of operational components of the business, that they have that level of assistant that's really knowledgeable about their business, can help them map out scenarios, and can help them really start to think about, will make recommendations about what should be done. I think we're much closer to that than ever